What's pink and becomes red after you're done with it? Certain European sporting papers, that's what, viewers. And in today's roundup thereof, we have two kinds of covers for you. One showing the Ballon d'Or and one showing Benitez the d'Or. Ballon d'Or first, eh? The three candidates for the title of World's Best Player, now of course the FIFA Ballon d'Or, were announced this week. And amazingly, they haven't gone for a Qatari, but Messi, Iniesta and Xavi. What's remarkable about this shortlist? Well, they're all short for a start. They all play for Barcelona and they're all products of this building, La Masia, the 17th century farmhouse where Barca train all their young players. The old hacienda is right next to the Camp Nou. It sleeps 65 boys at a time on bunk beds, and Xavi, Iniesta and Messi have all done their time there, as did Sergio Garcia, but they don't talk about that so much. So, Barca's stars really were born in a stable, and not surprisingly, the Catalan press go big on this Ballon d'Or Masia angle. Historico Barca, says Sport, with a picture of the three there, and as you've seen, Masia Mundial. Which one of the hyper-talented teachers will win? Well, Iniesta, according, that is, to the Italian press, who are themselves a little bit put out that Wesley Sneijder, who led Inter to the treble last year, isn't even among the candidates. Presumably, he's not from the Masia. He's a very naughty boy. Says Iniesta, it's a prize for our cantera, or building site, and indeed, the cantera don't stop, as Sport put it on Wednesday. Yes, we cantera, as the latest generation of young stars off the production line, the second youngest Barcelona team ever, beat Rubin Kazan 2-0 in the Champions League. Super. Incidentally, Sport also revealed this week that Barcelona's current financial woes mean that they are now considering coming off the artistic roll call at last and having a shirt sponsor, and not just some charity either, a proper sellout company. Says Sport, UNICEF may stay on their sleeves or something, but Barcelona have big plans for the rest of their kit, and they break it down for us here. 24 million for the front of the jersey, 12 million euros for the back, and for 6 million euros you get to stick your name on their behinds. That one's less because the view's obscured by the tongues of the Catalan press. So soon Real Madrid may not be the only people Barca have put on their arses. Onwards anyway to Inter, where Rafa Benitez may be heading for the door just as soon as they finish greasing the frame. The erstwhile best team in Europe crashed 3-1 to Lazio last Saturday. Headline here, Inter Strazio ma che Lazio, falling in the process 10 points off the lead in Serie A. Now, for a club that's won the last 5 Italian titles, it is the most worrying dip this side of Sharm el-Sheikh. So before their next game with Werder Bremen, owner Massimo Moratti told Benitez, no more embarrassments, to which Rafa replied more or less, as if, and promptly lost 3-0, missing out on first place in the group in the process. Now, Benitez bravely insisted post-match that the result really didn't matter, but it did. It effectively sealed his fate. Moratti, as soon as I can find it, says, I've been betrayed. Here we are, Moratti furious. I won't disrupt the team ahead of their trip to Abu Dhabi for the World Clubs Cup, but afterwards, ... Well, says the Gazzetta, the world is not enough now for Benitez. Doesn't matter if Inter become world champs or not, he's gone. Republica agree. Offloaded. He's a dead Ben walking, says the paper. And they point out how the vicious, tough tackling side of last season under Mourinho, which shut down Barca and became champions of Europe, is now positively angelic under Rafa. Just 4 fouls against Parma the other week and only 9 Tuesday in Bremen. Among the top picks to take over, Frank Rijkaard, Luciano Spalletti, former Inter stars Diego Simeone and Walter Zenga, and Fabio Capello, who Moratti talked to when he left Juve in 2006 and who's pretty much covered himself in glory since. Well, a few other headlines for us before we finish, and after the Inter of discontent, how about much ado about nothing? The players' strike in Italy which has been called off for this weekend after the two sides sat down and came to an arrangement. Not the first time that's happened in Serie A, Calcio fans. And lastly, Adrian Mutu, who the Gazette reveal is meeting with Chelsea's lawyers on Friday to tell them that he hasn't got those 17 million euros. They apparently want to seize his properties in Miami. You can kind of picture him there, can't you? Anyway, on that note, that's where we'll leave the papers for this week. We'll be back next Friday, so see you then.